On the edge of a small American town lived a young man named Jake. The town was quiet, the kind of place where dreams often felt too big for the streets they lived on. Jake had one dream: not fame, not money, but music. Ever since he was a kid, his guitar had been his escape. When life felt heavy, when the world seemed to shrink around him, music was the one thing that made him breathe again. It was his sanctuary, his voice when he had none. But dreams are fragile things, and life has a relentless way of testing them. To get by, Jake worked long, grueling hours at a small local store. The bills kept piling up, a constant reminder of his responsibilities. Whenever he talked about his dream of becoming a musician, people would laugh. Be realistic, they'd say, their words like stones thrown at his fragile hope. Dreams don't pay the rent. Slowly, almost imperceptibly, the spark inside him began to fade. The music that once flowed so freely became a trickle, then a whisper, then almost nothing at all. One rainy evening, after another exhausting day, Jake walked home with his guitar case hanging heavy on his shoulder. It felt less like an instrument and more like a burden. The streets were empty, and the streetlights reflected off the wet pavement like broken mirrors, mirroring how he felt inside. He sat down on the curb, the cold rain soaking through his jacket, and whispered to the empty street, "Maybe it's too late. Maybe I'm just not good enough." For the very first time, he seriously considered giving up. He thought about selling his guitar, silencing the music for good, and just being realistic. Just as that thought began to take root, he heard the soft patter of small footsteps approaching. A little girl stood in front of him, clutching a tiny, well-loved notebook close to her chest. She looked at Jake, then at his guitar case, and a bright, innocent smile spread across her face. "Are you a musician?" she asked, her voice clear and curious. Jake hesitated, the question hitting him harder than he expected. He swallowed, the words catching in his throat. I used to be," he replied quietly, the admission feeling like a final defeat. The girl didn't seem to notice his sadness. She opened her notebook. Inside were messy, colorful drawings, and scattered among them musical notes. "My dad plays your videos," she said softly, her eyes wide and sincere. "When he's sad, your music makes him smile." Jake froze. He stared at her, unable to process what he was hearing. She looked straight into his eyes and said the words that would change his life forever. "Your music makes people happy. Please don't stop now." And just as quickly as she appeared, she turned and ran off into the rain, disappearing down the dimly lit street. Jake sat there, stunned, his heart pounding in his chest. One sentence, one small, unknown girl, one single moment had shattered his despair. That night, he went home, carefully dried his guitar, and played like he never had before. All the fear, all the doubts, they were gone. All that was left was the truth of his music, raw and unfiltered. He recorded a simple video, no fancy editing, no special effects. It was just his soul and his sound. He uploaded it, not expecting much. Days passed. One view became 10, then 100, then it exploded into thousands, then hundreds of thousands. Messages started pouring in from people all over the world. Your music helped me through my darkest days. I finally felt understood. Please, whatever you do, don't ever stop. In that moment, Jake realized something powerful. His dream was never too late. It wasn't too big, and he wasn't too small. It was just waiting for him to believe in it again. Sometimes the world will tell you to give up. It will test your resolve and fill you with doubt. But remember, it's never too late to follow your dreams. Sometimes all it takes is a little encouragement at just the right moment to reignite the fire within you. Subscribe to Soul Cry for more emotional and inspiring stories.